Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, or we used to say in India, Namaste. Welcome to today's panel discussion titled under the Bridging Culture, Countries and Climate Action. This collaborative initiative has emerged through the joint effort of TAQA, Mubadala, Environment Agency Abu Dhabi, Youth Councils. I'm Asha Shamsi, a project analyst in the Strategic Management Office at AADC, Al Distribution Company, and part of TAQA Youth Council. I'm delighted to be your moderator today. So today holds a truly special place in my heart. It's much more than a normal panel discussion. It is a collection of stories defining a moment of each of us. To me, honestly, it feels like we are in a reunion. So many faces, familiar faces are here in the discussion, and I can say faces that have been journeyed alongside me through the India mission, and I can't help but feel a surge of gratitude. This experience has been nothing short than an extraordinary and incredibly immersive. It's the kind of experience that words can't capture until you live it by yourself. So today, I'm not just sitting beside any speakers. I'm surrounded by those who become a family. We spent 7 remarkable days together, working jointly toward one shared goal. Join me in extending the warmest welcome to my dearest family and friends, starting with Sultan, a Vice President of the Financial Risk Management at Mubadala Investment Company, Nofa Secretary, Assistant Manager, Financial Governance and Reporting at Mubadala Investment Company, and part of Mubadala Women Council. Then we have Nofel Gaidi, a Strategic Sub-Priority Leader at Environment Agency Abu Dhabi, following by Rashid Al-Ramethi, a Youth Council Vice Chair at Environment Agency Abu Dhabi, and Khalid Al-Za'abi, an IT Analyst at TAQA and a member of TAQA Youth Council. It's very wonderful to see you all again. So, before we dive into our insightful discussion with our dear speakers, I would like to take a moment to take you back in time with us to the beginning of this beautiful experience. It's all started with a scattered efforts, separate endeavors of each entity, but with a shared passion of making a differences and empowering communities. So for us at TAQA, it's all started 10 months ago. I remember receiving a meeting notification from Khuzama, who was sitting here with us. That been popped on my screen, and I thought it's like just a normal meeting, a steering group meeting. But little did I know that this meeting would be the start of something monumental. From that very meeting, I found myself co-leading the project with Rashid, who is joining us also in the audience. And together, we embarked on a journey that birthed TAQA Brings TAQA project. So this TAQA Brings TAQA project is a joint project between TAQA Group CSR and TAQA Youth Council. So TAQA means in Arabic energy, and from the name of the project, we are aiming to provide and intend to empower communities through providing them with a sustainable source of energy, especially to the educational institution. Really saying it frankly, it wasn't an easy feat, believe me. Our chairman, Allah Hafظah, who is sitting here in front of me, made it clear since the start that there's zero tolerance for any errors or mistakes. So night and days, Rashid and I, we blurred together as we worked tirelessly to the success of this project. But honestly, the story does not stop there. This project opens a door for a bigger project. The reason why we are gathered here and in front of you all guys. The joint collaboration between the 3 councils has been born and resulted in the UAE Youth India Mission, which was a great evidence of the fostering of the collaborative mindset. So this teamwork made our experience very special, and showing an incredible result through our collective efforts. Through this collaboration, we achieved numerous milestones, starting with hosting the first youth circle in India, moving on, fostering a collaborative approach with the University of Lucknow, and then electrifying a Udary school and provide them with a facility enhancement. Also, not forgetting about fostering a cultural understanding through volunteering initiatives and exchange with Tata Power, and expanding our networks with our stakeholders. Each achievement of what I mentioned now signified the impact of the collective effort and the unified purpose. So I apologize in advance that have been maybe the longest introduction to a panel discussion, but you see the plan, this was the plan and intention. So sometimes people are saying that the best story needs a grand entrance, and this is what was the aim for this one. So we want to take you all through the journey with us to immerse yourself in our experience, to feel like we were right beside the 26 UAE delegates who were with us. So as we move into this discussion, I invite our esteemed speakers to join me in embracing the stories, the learning, and the profound impact of our collaborative efforts. It is more than just words on a panel. It is really a celebration for our shared journey and the lessons that have been shaped us. Apologies, our esteemed panelists, keeping you wait. So saying that, I will begin the session with you, Khalid. As a key member of the TAQA Youth Council, leading the media element, I'm curious, what was your most important lesson that has been captured through your lens during this incredible journey?
Thanks, Aisha. It was a really amazing introduction. You've took all our answers from now. So, to be honest, the trip was really amazing. Thanks for Mubadala for having us here on this stage, speaking about our mission to India and how we've interacted with it. So you've asked me about the pictures that I've taken through the journey. Let's think of the most important picture, which was the quote written on our vests. It was written, "Together for a better world." This also was translated in Indian, so everybody would know what we are there for. I have also another quote when I came to the country back here, and I've seen it, where His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed said, "We all advance together, united in efforts, and with endless limitations." So when we all unite together with those pictures that are there, and really emphasizing on us, work collaborative, don't work competitive. This is all had a great point in our journey through India. So having this all said, every picture we had in this journey is really engraved, and as you said, those are all our family here.
Indeed, Khalid. Thank you for sharing this, Khalid, with us. And as you mentioned, we're together on this. And while we were going around wearing our vest, this shows a real, honest message that we want to deliver for everyone, that we are all together in this. We are all collaborating on delivering the right thing for empowering the communities and to reach the people. Thank you, Khalid. Noof, as an environmental specialist. So we started with Khalid with the media lens, but maybe your lens might have captured different aspects. So what were some personal revelation you had during this trip that have deepened your commitment to the environmental advocacy?
As environmentalist, as you remember in the bus, whenever we found any similar species to the one that we have already in UAE, that gives me an idea that we heard what's going around, it's coming around. So whatever we are doing in our country or whatever is happening in India, it will impact us and it will impact others in somehow. So having similar species, having similar heat wave, sharing a common environmental challenges. It makes us like a one planet, or empower the world of one planet. So this gives me an insight that I don't have to work locally. I should extend my work and advocacy to the international level, either if it's in the continent or even beyond. Other insight as an environmentalist, I noticed when we've asked them about the basic information about science, they were very curious to know. And I remember when the school president, he said, they didn't study that. So in every child, there is an explorer who wants to know more. The education, it shouldn't be only limited to our local community. It should be also extended to the international communities as well.
Great answer, Nof. You made me speechless. I remember Nof, like while we are in the bus, like whenever we are passing by any like places, especially when we went to Bahrach farm there, we were seeing some birds, and she was saying, guys, environmental notes here, please look at the window, here's a bird, or this is a plant. So this was a very good thing for us just to see around, surrounding us. And as you mentioned, like we are all, it's like a turning point for us. Whatever happening there in India, it's happening for us. So this is something like joint between us. Thank you, Nof. Sultan, turning to you. So turning to your leadership role within the collaboration between the Mubadala Youth Council, TAQA, and EAD councils, and including partners like Tata Power, what personal insight did you acquire that might guide other youth seeking similar opportunities? And you can like share some insight with the audience who are here with us.
Thank you, Aisha. First of all, I would like to thank all the people here. I think it's Friday and it's 5 p.m. last session, and to see this number of people attending is something really inspired me to speak and share all the stories. I think Henry Ford once said, coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, working together is a success. And this is a story of success between different entities within Abu Dhabi. Coming to the stage today, I was wearing my Mubadala Youth Council pin, but I noticed no one is wearing their pins. And then I realized why. Because when we started this project, I'm not representing Mubadala, Aisha is not representing TAQA, Nof is not representing AAD. We are representing the youth in Abu Dhabi, the youth of UAE. So that was the message from the beginning. We are not there to fill a box for our own companies or for our own agendas. This is something that will be carried forward to other people in the UAE. So this was the beginning of this mission. As Aisha mentioned in her intro, what a lovely intro, Aisha, thank you for that. TAQA was working on the project before Mubadala started. Mubadala Youth Council then decided to do a similar project. We didn't know that TAQA were doing a project in India. So we spoke to our partners, Tata, through Tata Foundation. We did the logistic work, but then we realized that, oh, hold on a second. We have TAQA, our sister company, is doing something similar in a similar region. So we decided to bring efforts together, bring people together towards one mission, which is doing good to the humanity, doing good to the environment, and to serve our country in the best way possible. So I think there was a lot of back and forth where we had to come together as a team. I think Mubadala once mentioned in India that in the beginning it's a storm, but when the storm comes down, you get achievements. And this is what happened. To bring a team from different entities, from different cultures, from different communities, to bring them together, you need a purpose. And that's what united us together, the purpose of doing good. So what we did, other than what Aisha mentioned, through our collaboration with Tata, and Tata facilitated this part of the mission, we visited a farm in Bahrach area where we met with farmers and we experienced how hard it is for farmers in India to do the farming. And we noticed that within this region, the majority of farmers are female farmers. So we decided, and this is currently not yet done, but we hope to do it next year, we will launch our EV farming school. It's a fully electric bus that will have awareness material and will visit multiple farms in those rural areas, targeting more than 1,000 farmers a year. And basically the objective is to make sure that the farmers are aware of best practices, government incentive schemes. After 2 years of running the program, we plan also to convert this into cooking stations where female farmers can do a farm-to-table module where they can take the harvest from the farms and then cook it and sell it. So we are doing all this in collaboration with international entities such as TAQA, and TAQA facilitated a lot of things through their global network. So this is what we did. Again, it was a challenge to come together, but as you see, everyone is here. We are one team, and as you mentioned, we're not just a team, we are a family. Thank you, Asha.
Thank you, Sultan. So continuing on what Sultan was talking about, during our visit to Bharat city on day 5, we had the honor of engaging with the Taro tribe. We were participating in different farming tasks and listening to their inspiring stories of the resilient woman that I believe left a last impression for every single one of us. So, Nof, your heartfelt connection with the village woman and being a member of the Women Council in Mubadala stood out vividly. So considering this experience, could you share with us a personal takeaway and illuminate the valuable lesson learned from the remarkable Taro woman?
So I'm the only one from Mubadala women actually here on this panel. Most of them are youth council members. So I joined this trip to represent Mubadala women and look for ways on how to empower women in India. But I found myself empowered listening to their stories. So when we were gathered in with the Taro tribe women and listening to their stories, I felt so empowered and so proud to be a woman and to be one of them. And I remember one of the guys made a joke that whenever you hear the word woman, you can hear Nof clapping. But I couldn't help it because I was so fulfilled listening to their stories. And one of the women telling us her story, she's actually managing 300 farmers, which is like a whole company. And believe me when I say that it is not easy. We did it for 2 hours and my arms were so sore for 2 days. And you get to be not only good at it, but you're so good that you manage 300 men and women. So listening to their stories gave me a sense of empowerment and happiness that I got to be there with them.
I'm clapping to you, Nof, because what you mentioned is really inspiring. And seeing the women there and how they are taking a very active role there, and they were producing a lot of the things, they were selling it to us. We were engaging with them all the time. They were giving us some workshops about how to farm, and they shared with us their remarkable stories. So I can't forget that moment. I'm like closing my eyes. I can imagine how we're interacting with them. So during our journey, I would like to say that each moment held its own significance, leaving a lasting imprint in all of us. And I think all of you are agreeing with that with me. Also you guys who are here. So Rashid, now turning our attention to you, who you are like the vice chair of the EAD Youth Council. In the midst of this impactful journey, and could you share with us a moment or experience that resonated deeply with you, one that significantly impacted you during our time together there in India?
Thank you, Asha. Moment or moments? So I got a call one day from Latifa, she's sitting here. She's like, Rashid, you're going to India. I'm like, India? She said, you're going to India with Mubadala and TAQA. I'm like, okay. And I told her we have COP. She's like, it's fine, you can do it. So the preparation before we went, getting the gifts, making sure everything is there. I didn't tell you guys, but I flew 5 days early. I've never been to India before. So I decided to go and experience it before our trip. And I was shocked that it's only 2 hours away. So I went to Mumbai, I experienced the city, and then I flew in to Lucknow and met you guys. I have met few of you before, but I didn't know everyone. So it was a bit awkward the first day. But I think when we went in the storage room and we were packing the giveaways, I think that was a very good icebreaker. We made sure everything was packed, everything was ready. We had gifts for the school, gifts for the farm, and it was good. So when we went to the school, I was really shocked by the hospitality, and with their limited resources, the deep passion that they have and the determination that they have. I learned from them. I was shocked, and I was so happy to see people who are so determined with limited resources. And I took it back home and I reflected on it. And that was like an amazing moment.
Thank you, Rashid. Thank you, Rashid, for sharing this great moment with us. So, adding on what Rashid has been talked about just now, so this experience was the closest to my heart, highlighting the beauty of empathy. It shows the immense value of embracing different cultures, of being open to learning, and finding hope in unexpected places. I think everyone agree with me that we went to India thinking that we are going to spread hope and ambition to the people there. But we realized and we ended up by getting hope from each single individual we met. Their resilience and their enthusiasm and their shared joy they found in simple moments taught me an invaluable lesson. So as we are approaching the end of our discussion, let's think about how this journey can change us. This experience has created a new perspective and insight within each of us. Our collaborative efforts during this journey have not only impacted the communities that we met and we engaged with, but I believe that also left a lasting impression on our approaches to a future initiative. So now, to capture the essence of our collective experience, I'm asking Khalid, Rashid, Nof, and Sultan to reflect on how this remarkable joy has been influenced our personal approach toward the upcoming environmental and community-driven project. And also, I'm going to open the floor for the delegates who are joining us and the esteemed guests as well. So, starting...
Can I start, Rashid?
Yes,
Aisha?
yes, of course, Nof, start.
I just want to say that I think that Mubadala, TAQA, and EAD created a gold standard for collaborative trips and missions. I think all missions should have different entities from around Abu Dhabi so everyone can gain as much as possible.
Khalid?
If you allow me. Actually, I take maybe, let's say, an oath on myself that I would grasp any opportunity when having any collaboration with youth, because empowering youth was the real essence of this trip, and we've seen it with our own eyes.
For me, the value is within. So don't look for your value outside. We noticed that when we visited the school, maybe you were so empathized that they are studying in a very old type of schools with no electricity, etc. But for me, it means a lot because at least they are studying. They are passionate to do that. So why you are here not studying, doing extra things? If they are with all those conditions, they are fighting to get the minimum level of information or education. So the value is within themselves. Also, when we went to the farms, all the information that the farmers talk about, we read and know about them from the books. We never experienced that deep. So again, the value, the information, everything is within you. If you are passionate about what you are doing, if you want to achieve what you are doing, nothing will limit you. If you have no resources, no time, no even location to implement that, you will find it if you want to do so. I also want to emphasize on what Rashid said. I will say it. I don't know if it's allowed to say it or not. Okay, so inshallah, hopefully next. أقول لا لا.
Just say it. Just say it. We have a 2.0 India trip.
Yeah, it will be in different location for environmental goal, but whatever standards we get from this mission, we will take it with us and put it as a guideline for our next mission. So you impacted us and we impacted them. So this is the cycle, or yeah, this is the influence that what we are looking for.
I thought this is an invite for us, no?
Thank you, No?
Count me in.
The whole team is in, please, no. We will consider it an invite. So I just want to add to what my colleagues said. I think being part of the Youth Council or the Women Council, we are all used to volunteering since we were kids. But with all of the experiences that we had, I think nothing was similar to this trip. So I encourage each and every one of you, we are privileged to be working in such companies that offer such opportunities. So take advantage. Whenever you see an opportunity, raise your hand without even thinking about it, and I assure you, you will not regret it.
Sultan?
Coming last after an amazing panelist, it's going to be a very difficult task, but I will do my best. So for me, I think what really inspired me through this journey was going to India, arriving to India day one. I would say we only were at the 40% mark. 60% of what we wanted to achieve was not done. Everything was pending, final approvals, need to communicate with this, with that. But I would say...
Cargo. Don't forget about the cargo pending.
And even the cargo arrived last minute. The signboard arrived last minute. But you know, I think when you are doing something good, God will always help you. With God's will, everything is possible. For me, this was an impossible task. But I think I got support from high above and from all my family here. So that was one point I want to highlight. The other thing is, I see most of the people that attended the trip are here with us. We see they all have a smile on their face. Although I am on stage, Aisha on stage. And the reason is, being successful in this mission is their success as well. No matter who's taking the credit, no matter who's sitting on the stage, they know what they did have an impact, a lasting impact. And this is why I see the satisfaction look on all of their faces. And lastly, I would say, what was really inspiring is the look of hope in the eyes of the children and the farmers we visited. For me, this was unbelievable. And the reason is, they had no idea who's TAQA, who's Mubadala, who's AAD. They didn't know exactly what those people are doing or what are the future plans. I don't think the NGOs shared all the details with them. But they know that there is someone from a place that is very far from them that decided to come and do something better. This gave them a big push of hope, a hope to continue their studies, a hope for a better life, a hope to become something better and serve the community that they're living at. So I think for me, that was the most touching moment. Thank you, Ash.
What a great answer, Sultan. I feel like you stole my ending remarks. Anyone from the audience want to share anything? Please feel free. Our hidden soldier, Latifa, on ground support.
I just want to say that it fills me with pride seeing Emirati youth internationally. And in this conference, we're talking about contributions and collaborations on an international level. But even nationally, this is the representation that should be highlighted at COP28. And I'm so proud of this team. It's been a journey. Me and Muhammad talked about this mission maybe 2 weeks before it's happening, and I got the guys on board and they were excited and they delivered. So I hope that this is something we're leaving for all youth today, and please take all opportunities you get. We have a strong imprint in our country itself. So let's take it international, and I'm so proud of everyone, and it's like a family, especially working with Mubadala and TAQA. It's been such an amazing journey, والله يعطيكم العافية ويعطيكم البركة إن شاء الله.
Test 1, 2, 3. Honestly, there's one thing I want to say.
بحش فيك ترى.
Allah yastar. Well, there's one thing I want to say, and I want to say it quickly. What we truly took away from this entire experience is the human experience. When you go on trips like these, they transcend anything that marks an individual's identity when it comes to labels, right? We are a collective working towards a goal where people are at the center of it. And I think the takeaway, and I think all the panelists mentioned this, the absolute takeaway from this is when we do people work with people, the bonds become stronger and better work comes later on. So for me, this is what I learned, and the humility and the compassion of each individual that was on this trip is what made this experience so much more. Because it's easy to go and do good things, but to do good things with genuineness, not for the cameras, not for the ribbon cutting, but because you know that whatever you do, the step you make is going to make individuals wake up smiling, is immense. I will share this one story that made me somewhat emotional, which was when the students were performing for us at the school a traditional dance. It was as though an entire delegation from the highest level of government was there. The performative approach of this was the human aspect of this. This was for them a big occasion. And we were there to witness it. And for me, that made me feel so humbled. And I think that is the takeaway, these memories. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Crystal Chabo. I'm an architect. I'm from Cameroon. I was not in a trip, obviously, but the energy you people are giving from that trip is inspiring. It's such a good move, and it's such a good feeling that I know something great is coming out from the trip, obviously, from your part and the people you people impacted. So I was just passing by with my colleague and husband. He's also an architect. And just the title of the conference, Bringing Cultures, Countries, and Climate Action. It was so interesting that we decided to sit and enjoy what you people were talking about. And knowing that there are companies that can make such great action towards sustainability and towards human sharing experience is really great and is really encouraging, because we know that this type of action brings really hope to those who are really in need of that little bit of hope to help them go forward, to go deeper in what they are doing. So it's a really great opportunity. And I hope somebody say going internationally. I hope people will think about Cameroon, because I'm from Cameroon. And maybe together we can make such an experience go through and make it possible. Everything is possible, so we are here to go towards that kind of activity. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for sharing these words. We really appreciate that.
It will be our honor to go to Cameroon.
Abdullah.
Thank you so much, Aisha, and the panelists. I remember the last day we say that memories never die. The day after we have reached to the United Arab Emirates, coming back from India, I had like 11 hours sleeping. And the first thing that once I woke up, a very strong missing feeling, it comes to me. I'm missing those guys. The headache. I was really missing you. I realized at that moment, as Sultan mentioned, since we have the right intention, the good intention, same vision and mission and goals, and we are facing the good and hard times together, there is no way to break this bond forever. And this, if we are taking it to the bigger picture, and we want to relate it to the corporate business, this is the real way how you can build a harmonized team. You have to make sure that all of the team members are having the same goal and overcome the hard and living the soft and nice moments together. You gave me a great lesson, and I hope this mission would continue under the leadership of TAQA Youth Council, Mubadala, Luqman, Latifa, Rashid, and everyone. I'm delighted to be an honor guest after turning the 35 years old and leaving the youth councils. So thank you so much for the great memories.
Thank you, Mubadala. So as we draw to a close, I would like to leave you all with an insightful quote from our late father, Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamah. A visionary who deeply believed in the potential of the youth. He once said, the energy and the enthusiasm of the youth are driving force behind the progress and innovation. The sentimental of this quote deeply echoed the essence of the UAE delegation who were with us during this India mission. This remarkable feelings and unwavering commitment truly reflected Sheikh Zayed, Allah yarhamah, vision of empowering youth to drive a positive change and collective strong international ties, not just with India, and inshallah with other countries as well. So as we conclude today's discussion, let's carry this insightful forward, paving the way for a future filled with a promise and shared progress. While we have physically departed from Lucknow and we are here, our hearts hold a cherished piece of the country that we visit. I believe that the memories and the moments that we created together will endure timelessly. I extended a heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed panelists for their invaluable contribution to this insightful discussion. And I would also like to express our deep appreciation to our inspiring leaders. We have here Ali and Muhammad and Latifa. So for their unwavering trust and encouragement. And a special thanks to our cherished guests for being a part of this meaningful discussion. Thank you, everyone.
Aisha, if you allow me, please.
Yes, Khalid.
Sultan spoke about hope, and they're taking hope from us. By the way, Rashid there have had a real great reply to me when I was also saying such words. He said, we took the hope from them, not they took the hope from us. So thanks, Rashid. You're the maestro of our adventure.